Halloween. Hello, my darling. How are you today? I hope you're having a fabulous day so far. My name is Tonya. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today's video is going to be a quick-ish nail art tutorial, a Halloween nail art. So I figured to start we would go with a classic design, a design that is easy to translate onto the nails, and a design that everybody will know what it is when they see it. It's a very recognizable design. You already know we're going to be doing the Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees nails. Really, it's just blood nails, and one nail is the Jason mask. You could change it up, and I've done ones with little machetes. I do nails like these pretty much every year. They're pretty easy to do, like I said, and they're very recognizable, so people really enjoy them. Like looking at them, and then people enjoy having them as well. I'm going to kind of be doing, I guess, pretty close to, say, a beginner design. There's not going to be a lot of crazy difficult techniques or any difficult art or anything like that. There's the drips, which there's, again, tons of tutorials on those. There is like blood smears, and then there's the mask. The hardest one is going to be the mask, just because of placement. There's a lot of dots, so you want to make sure that the placement of the dots are correct. And then the scale of everything. You're going to want to try to make sure everything's to scale. The one I did, not everything's perfectly to scale. The triangle on the top of his mask ended up really fat, but it still translates. Everyone still knows what it is, so don't stress about it being perfect. So let's go ahead and take a look at how I did these nails. So we're starting out with a white base on all nails. I just used a gel polish. You can go ahead and use whatever white base you'd like. And then I'm putting some red and black acrylic paint out on my palette. I'm just using the back of a form just to be able to recycle that instead of throwing it into the garbage. I'm spritzing my paint with water to loosen it up a little bit and make it flow better on the nail. And then I'm just going to mix some black paint into this red paint just to deepen the red a little bit and make it a little less Christmassy and a little more creepy. I'm not mixing it up all the way. I want there to be sort of a marbleization of red and black, just to add a little bit more depth to what we're doing. So starting from where you want the bottom of your blood drip and plopping your brush down there, you'll get the most amount of paint, which will make it look like it's the bottom of the drip. And then lightly pulling your brush up towards your cuticle, you will lessen the amount of paint on your brush, creating that drip line down your nail. I personally like to start at the cuticle and head downward because that's just more aesthetically pleasing to the eye when it comes to the design in general. But if you'd rather go from the tips, you do you. Once you've got all your blood driplets, you're going to want to connect them at the top. So I just like to quickly connect them all, and then I neaten it all up around the corners where the blood driplets attach to the cuticle area, essentially. I like to make sure that the corners are nice and soft, basically so there are no corners, that they just sort of round out. You'll see here I'm filling in all the corners that currently exist to make them nice and round so that it looks like the weight of the blood is causing it to pull down from the cuticle area. And I've just added this cute little driplet down at the bottom. You don't have to do this on all of the nails. It just adds a nice little detail to a few of the nails if you want to. So the next nail is super easy. I just dipped my finger into the paint mixture and then dabbed it on my nail to get a sort of fingerprint smear situation going on. So the most difficult nail in this set is the mask itself, and even then it's not that difficult. So I just started off with 3 little dots, creating the triangle part on the top of the mask. Mine did end up being a little bit fatter than it should have been, but it's okay, we still get the gist. So once I've got the dots, I just create the triangle and then I fill it in. As you can see here, it's not perfect, so I just use a small brush and some alcohol to clean up the lines and make the triangle a little bit cleaner. I'm now switching to the black acrylic paint that you saw at the beginning, and I'm putting the eyeballs in the mask. I'm trying to make them even and shaped a specific way to look like the mask, but quite honestly, 2 dots on the nail of equal size, that'll get the job done. I decided the triangle needed to be a little bit darker, so I just added a little bit more black to it. And then I used the same color, reddish black, to create the 2 stripes underneath his eyes. I just angled my brush toward the middle of the nail and downward at about a 45-degree angle and just pressed my brush down, and it sort of created a bit of a fan effect with the paint. Then going into the little dots over his mask, I didn't do as many that are on his mask, but if I actually did do that many, it would have just looked kind of like a polka dot nail. So I just did 4 across the top of the triangle, 3 down the front under his nose, and then I did, I believe, 2 on either side of the eyes. So now I am going in with a matte top coat. This one is the Koopa matte top coat. It is a no wipe top coat, and I'm just going over to seal in the design, and then I will be going over with a glossy top coat over all of the blood driplets to make them look nice and juicy and bloody. And there you have it, Friday the 13th / Jason Voorhees / blood slasher. So I did it all on white just because his mask is white and I wanted to carry that through the entire set. But you could do it on different color backgrounds, like black with the blood drips, or even like holographic or something might be kind of cool. You could add so much more detail to the mask. If you are like a really detailed artist, you could absolutely add way more detail to the mask. You could add way more detail to the blood driplet. You could add so much more detail to even the background. Ooh, you know, it'd be really cool if you did like the blood fingerprinty things in the background, and then like really, really light, and then maybe even did like a coat of like sheer gray over top of it, and then did the mask so that looked all scuffed and worn. And I just scratched my face. So it looked all scratched and worn, and there's so many things you could do with this design. So go ahead, take this simple, oh, by the way, I did not create this design. It's been floating around out there for years. I'm just showing you because I do this design pretty much every year, so I figured I'd record it and show you. So please take this design, run with it, make it yours, have fun, enjoy the process. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this video and possibly even learned something. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, have you tried doing the Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees nails before? Are you even a Halloween fan or a Halloween nail art fan? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.